Is the Reno Sparks housing market collapsing? If you're watching the news, that's probably what you're hearing, but I'm here to tell you another story. Let's look at some actual data and go over those numbers and what they mean for our market. So I'm going to talk about data in the context of the closeout of October 2022 compared to the closeout of the month before, which was September, and also in the context of how the market was behaving an entire year ago. That will give you a clearer picture of what's going on in our market. So our median sales price from September to October actually went up. Not much, just slightly, only 1.8%, but still, contrary to what the media is telling you, that is an increase in price tag, not a decrease. Now, the pace of the market is moving a lot slower than it was. We are seeing things sit online for a lot longer before they're actually sold. Personally, I think this is a good thing. I think the pace of the market that we were in before was not sustainable, not healthy, and really hard for anyone to actually negotiate and get what they want because it was just moving too fast. With that said, the number of closed sales is down 22.3% from September to October, leaving a total of 369 closed sales for the month. This is a 35.3% decrease from a year ago. So as you can see, the pace is slowing down quite a bit. The median days to contract, which is how long a property will sit on the MLS before it has an offer accepted, is 36. Now this is a 0% change from the month before, so we're at the same pace that we were a month ago. However, this is a 323.5% increase from a year ago. I don't know if you guys remember, but a year ago, houses were sitting on the market for days, in some cases a week, but they were moving really fast. It was really hard to keep up. Our next point of data is one that I love because it is basically just telling you that the media is full of it, because the percent of list price received is still at 98%, you guys. That's only 2% away from sellers getting full list price on their listings hitting the market. So we're still in a very healthy market here. Of course, when the median sales price is up, usually that means that the price per square foot is also up. That is true this month as well. The sold price per square foot is $304. That is only a 1% increase, but still an increase nonetheless from the previous month, and only a 1.3% decrease from the previous year. The number of new listings hitting the market this month was 419. We're seeing a lot of inventory online, you guys. So if you are thinking about buying a home and before you were like, there's really nothing even available that I want, let's look again for you, because there's a lot coming on and a lot of amazing opportunity out there, despite the crazy interest rates and everything else that you're hearing from the news. Similarly, the active inventory is 1,216 listings. Now that's a 9.8% decrease from September. However, it's a 103.2% increase from last October. So that's a huge change. I remember having buyers come to me a year ago saying, what's in my range with X number of bedrooms, bathrooms, whatever, all their specifics, and I would literally send them 3 listings. Now it's more like 50 to 60 listings that match any given set of data criteria. So reach out if you want to know what's available in your range and we can get the process started. Month supply of inventory is officially at 3.4%. We are nudging our way closer to a buyer's market. In a balanced market, we know that there are about 6 months of inventory online. But because this change happened so rapidly, it's kind of like a facade of a fake buyer's market because sellers are panicking. So everyone just needs to calm down, find your place of calm, and look at the numbers because they don't lie. 3.4 months of inventory is a 16.1% increase from September. It is a whopping 213.9% increase from October of last year. So even though these numbers are huge increases, they're still nowhere even near technically a balanced market. So is right now a good time to buy a home? In my opinion, it really is, because yes, interest rates are higher than they were and price tags haven't really come down that drastically. However, as I said, we're experiencing a facade of a buyer's market. Because of this, a lot of sellers are getting really antsy and really panicked because in many cases, they have to sell their property. Sometimes people need to move or relocate, or there's a death in the family or a divorce. There's all kinds of reasons why sometimes people don't have a choice but to sell. So those people are the ones who are giving out great deals. Also, anyone selling a home right now is learning that the market is going to tell you what your home is worth. My opinion and your opinion It's just that. Those are just opinions. You won't know what your home is worth until somebody comes to you with an offer. That being said, I'm seeing sellers lower their price tags. I'm seeing them give out all kinds of concessions. They're paying higher allowances for repair credits. They're paying appraisal gaps. They are giving closing credits. If you want to know more about a 3-2-1 buy down, I have some lending partners that can get you a deal like that perhaps. So there are all kinds of creative financing solutions and creative negotiations that we can ask for in your offer that will somewhat shelter you from the interest rate increase. So the best strategy I have for buyers right now is to go ahead and leverage all of that. And even if you do end up paying a higher monthly payment because of the interest rate, when that comes back down, you just refinance and then you've gotten this amazing deal. And yeah, you've paid maybe a year or two of higher rates, but when they come back down, you've got all the savings on the front end of that deal. And then you can refinance into a lower interest rate. And that's how you win on both ends of this. Is right now a good time to sell your home? Well, look at the data. The numbers don't lie, right? So price tags are still holding pretty high. It's not like we're seeing this alleged crash that the media is cramming down our throats. That's just simply not what's happening by the numbers. We are seeing a slight correction and we're seeing a cooling in terms of the pace, meaning that if you're listing your home right now, you are going to see it most likely sit on the market for about a month to 4 months of time versus a day to 4 days or even a few weeks like it was not so long ago. You need to be prepared to negotiate. Buyers are getting comfortable now with asking for what they actually want. They're asking for all kinds of concessions, but here's the thing. We're coming into a more balanced place in this market, so we can go back and forth. I did a deal this week where I was representing the buyer and we had asked for a whole lot of things and a price reduction, and we got about half of it. So there is push and pull, give and take on both ends. You just have to go into the transaction with an open mind, know where your boundaries are of where you cannot go any lower with certain things, but be prepared to make some concessions in other areas, because ultimately if your goal is to sell your home, now is actually a fine time to do that, and I would love to help you. All right, you guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. It really helps me out, and that way you don't miss any of my upcoming content. I post videos every week all about the Reno Sparks housing market, real estate data and market updates, and also the Reno lifestyle. I'm Sarah Sperber, and I'll see you next time.